Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 3rd of February. Of course, we can't get the months right, guys. January just went like that. I don't even know what happened. It's just me and Sprocket out here today. Beautiful morning. It's going to be really hot today. There's a lot of birds out and about. It's just nice to get out, and we've had a bit of rain, so it's pretty much nice and green. Welcome anybody firstly new to my channel. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. Hit those like buttons, guys, and please feel free to comment down below. We sort of talk to each other here and let each other know what goes on in our countries. We often don't hear about these things on mainstream media, do we, guys? And guess what? New cards, leaves of wisdom. So we'll do those at the end. Cheers, everyone. I have got my peppermint tea today. Really big on the herb tea at the moment. Really enjoying it. Oh, it's so beautiful to be outside. Chris, I love your videos. You're always wandering around outside. It's really beautiful to just enjoy nature and the wonder that's around us, isn't it, guys? First off, I just also want to thank, I haven't got any admin today. I just want to thank you guys for always commenting, being concerned about my health. I have still got my hip infection. I'm off to the doctors again tomorrow. You guys give some great advice. So there you go, Sprocky. Sophie's inside with my daughter. My antibiotics actually weren't working, and oh yeah, you got to do your poo on screen. It is Sprocket after all, guys, starring in the show. Oh my god, I need more doggos. Honestly, if I go like that, guys, and you won't notice. Oh, Sprocket, what can we say? But the antibiotics weren't working in the end, and a lot of you said they affect your stomach. My gut was getting a bit yucky, so I quit the antibiotics on Friday, and then I went back to putting on the magnoplasm ointment because it was really soothing, because obviously I've got some sort of infection in there. The drawing ointment that draws out any pus and impurities, and I put the pads and the gauze on, and I managed, weirdly, there's been some pus on it, so it obviously is a boil or a boil or some sort of abscess of some sort. So I managed to hopefully get some of the gunk out of it, so it'll be interesting to see what the doctor and that has to say tomorrow. So thanks for all your feedback there, guys, and all your tips and tricks, and hopefully it'll come to an end, but it's extremely painful. All right, I'll close my eyes, get started, and we'll see what comes up. I'm just getting the switches on. The switch is being flicked on. Oh, I've got Sprocket chasing a magpie here. The switch is being flicked on now. The light is coming on. More people are seeing, more people are waking up. We know this is the year of waking up, things being exposed, truths are coming out. It's all like being laid out on the table now visibly, where people can actually start to see what's really going on. They're not even having to really hunt down the truth now, because it's becoming obvious to a lot of people. Not you guys here on my channel, because we already are all very aware of what's going on, but I am getting that for the people waking up. They're starting to, oh, my daughter's throwing bacon out for the birds. They're starting to see what's really starting to happen here, and that something might be amiss in their future moving forward. They're piecing it together, guys. It's being laid out on the table. It's visibly becoming stronger and clearer, and I guess you could say more real for the people waking up, who were probably, like we used to say, in denial for a long time, because they didn't want it to be true, but unfortunately it is true. Sprocket chasing the magpies. Even Blindy senses where they are. He's fighting them for the little cubes of ham or bacon or whatever my daughter just threw out. It's all about food, remember, for Sprocket. I'm just getting, they're showing me like this bug-eyed look that also a lot of these people waking up, and that they're looking to their future, but they're looking at, they don't know where they're going. They've got no vision. It's showing me people are just totally lost, totally displaced. There's no vision, there's no direction. they're just feeling lost. This is what I'm getting. It's like, well, I'm getting that sort of show, Lost in Space. It's like, that's how a lot of people are feeling. It's like Lost in Space. I remember, I'm sure a lot of you remember that show, Lost in Space, where they got completely lost in space and they couldn't find their way back. And they just landed on all these weird planets and all sorts of things. It's a very old show. But Lost in Space means people are just floating around with no direction. They can't find their way back to their old life. They're just lost. That's what I'm getting. People are just lost and displaced. That's how they're feeling, a lot of people now, lost and displaced in society. They don't know where they fit in. They don't know how they're going to move forward. The goal setting, as I always say here, has gone out the window. And they feel rejected by their government. We know people are starting to realise that the government doesn't have your back like they originally did about 5 years ago, where they were going to save everyone. Well, now, basically, the government doesn't give a rat's about anybody, and that's becoming very obvious. Not just to us BS detectives here, but to the people waking up. Oh, climate change is going to be big on the agenda again this year. Oh, we're going to be so tired of it, guys. We're already tired of hearing about it because we know it's all BS garbage and lies. But there's going to be more of this, more Just Stop Oil, more of the extinction protesters, more of the climate change garbage. That they're going to just keep pushing this. Well, it's the renewable packages, the renewable road. They're going to just keep pushing and pushing. It's going to be a big year for this. We're going to hear about more EV cars, the wind turbines, the solar panels. Like, this is a big year. They're going to just keep pushing and pushing. But just because they're pushing doesn't mean that people jump on board. Remember that, guys. Because it's expensive to put a heap of solar panels on your house, expensive to get an EV car, expensive to set everything up electrically in your house, etc. Hey, did I tell you guys? I think I did. They've still got that battery recall ad here for the solar batteries on your houses. And their ad has changed now. It's still the same recall ad. But now they're showing flames and fire, and they're saying it can cause house fires, da-da-da. So it's got quite serious now, the recall. And there's about 6 different kinds of house solar batteries, like really big ones. It's mad. It's mad. Anyway, all right, let's keep going. Just getting this message that people need to find it in their hearts now to forgive others. I feel like we know, as awake people, we've all been through our journey, whether you were jabbed, whether you were mandated and forced to get the jab, or whether you were jabbed and then jab injured, or whether you realised something was going on and then you woke up during the process. It doesn't matter. We don't care how you got here to my channel and became awake. But I'm getting that people need to forgive. And it's not us awake people. It's not... We've gone through a lot of our... letting go of hurts from the past. We talk about cutting ties with the anchor of the boat and sailing and moving away and going more with the flow. But this is now the people who were digging their heels in, not wanting to face the reality, that were in denial. They're having to forgive other people for their choices. For example, say we chose not to get the jab. Well, they harboured a lot of resentment towards us. As we know, we were the granny killers. We were the ones, we were the weak links in the chain. We were the ones not complying and doing all the right things by the people in the government and all this crap. And the other night on the news here, guys, yeah, just ridiculous. They had some guy on saying how the people are only now getting boosted once a year, and that's unacceptable. Yep, this is the shit they're planting on TV now, on the news here in Oz. It's unacceptable to get, 1 booster a year. I mean, aren't people just... probably got burnout from all of this, but anyway, apparently not. They're still saying it is unacceptable. But it's these people who harboured that resentment against a lot of unjabbed, etc., and people protesting and fighting for their freedom. They have to let that go now. So they're going through, I guess that's part of the awakening. They're having to go through their journey of forgiving others for making their own personal choices. So it's kind of like the shoe is on the other foot now, guys. Oh, that's nice. We can have a rest for a change, guys. We've done all our forgiving and moving forward. And like I say, it's not really that you're forgiving. It's just like you're allowing yourself to stop the resistance in your body, and you're allowing yourself to flow, and you're allowing yourself to grow and expand, and not hang on to old hurts, angers and feelings from the past that might be painful and destructive to us. We've done a lot of that work. All right, let's keep going. But now it's other people's turn. I'm getting Argentina. I'm getting that song by Madonna, that Don't Cry For Me, Argentina, Argentina. I'm just getting lots of power, very powerful Argentina. I'm just getting good representation of the people in Argentina. That's what I'm getting. All right. So good representation of the people in Argentina. The people feel understood in Argentina. Oh, not like the rest of the world where no one feels understood. Getting China. We haven't had China for a little bit. And we know that Trudeau has announced that he is resigning. Not soon enough, though, for most of us. I am getting that. It's almost like China is on a treadmill. You feel like stuck on this treadmill. And it's not that it's going fast or it's going slow. It's just at this medium pace. You just feel like you're on this treadmill, just like it's like a fast-paced walking. But you're not going anywhere. It's like if you think of walking, going for a walk around the block or in a park or something, it's interesting. Whereas if you're on a treadmill, it kind of gets repetitive and boring. I'm finding that's what I'm getting for China. Everything's a bit repetitive and boring. And we've even got the Trudeau Pierre Poilievre show. It's like a show, isn't it? But it's a repetitive show that's getting boring. Because people in China don't want action. They want change. They want government to step down. They want to have their say. They want their voices back. They want their country back. They've endured for long enough. So it feels like, sit down please, Sophie. It feels like they want to hit that pause button on the running machine and hop off. That's what I'm getting for China. They're just tired of it. They're just tired. They need change. You really need change over there. You will get change. Just be patient. It is coming. The guides keep saying it's coming. I'm getting the message for all of us to just keep relaxing. Just really relax. It's not hard to stop, to breathe, to relax. And sometimes, like the guides are saying, we feel uninspired. It's very hard to be inspired all the time when there's so much. And I know a lot of you guys talk about this on my channel through my comments as well. When there's so much going on in the world that's so tumultuous. We look at Gaza, we look at just the plasticine protests. We look at everything that's going on in the world. We've got the trumpet show that's like 1 minute going this way, then the next minute it's getting pulled that way, and there's a lot going on. Plus, as individual countries, we're all dealing with a lot as well, and individually, financially, cost of living. That's what I'm getting for us. Hang on a minute. And also the guides are saying we've endured a lot. We've had to endure a lot. For 5 years, we've had to watch the Smoke and Mirrors show, or we call it Clown Show 2.0 as well, that we knew was all lies and BS. And we've had to endure a lot of that and almost take that step back. Like in the very beginning, we were trying to tell people, we were planting seeds, we were putting things on Facebook, we were doing a lot of this stuff. But now it's like there's nothing we can do about it anyway. So it's more important that we relax, we find time for ourselves, we find a happy place. We talked the other day about what was it? Embracing the space that you create. Just having time for yourself. It's so important when other people are going through their stresses that we're not available for them to lash out on us. We talk a lot about the Karens, the domestic violences, things like this on the increase. There'll still be more of that this year. People are very, very angry about their lives and what's happening, because they're figuring it out, guys. So very important that we relax, take care of ourselves, not be defeated by all this stuff that's going on. Because really, if you think about it, it's just stuff out there. It's like we always say, it's like we're sitting in a movie theatre with our popcorn and it's on the projector screen and everything's just moving past in front of us. It doesn't have to be our reality. We can just let things pass through. That's what I'm getting for us. We have to stay relaxed and calm, which is easier said than done. Mind you, I think we have become a lot calmer. We sort of giggle at things more and laugh at things more. In the beginning, say 5 years ago, when this whole pandemic thing started, we took things very seriously because we could see where it was headed. We know the AI, the digital ID, the living in the shoeboxes, we know where it's all headed. But you don't have to go down that road. You do have choices still to say, no, I'm not going to do that. And still people can do that, not just us BS detectors on this channel. Other people are starting to do that, saying no to things. Example, the boosters once a year. Obviously that vaccination rate has really dropped off to the point that they're having to push it again on TV. We knew they would. The immortal CV goes on and on and on. They're pushing that again because people aren't doing it anymore. They're jab wearied, aren't they? Let's face it. Plus they all got sick anyway, most of them, so repetitively. So they sort of figured out maybe that's not working anyway. I think the old we didn't go to hospital thing has kind of gone on the back burner, to be quite honest. I don't think people believe that anymore. So that's what I'm getting. Such a yummy tea. All right, I'll see if there's one more thing and then we'll pull some cards. Oh, you guys been telling me England's rising. You're getting more protests. I am getting England's rising. People are not committed to Starmageddon. We know they're not. They don't like him. They don't want him. And they feel that they can kick him out. They have the power to kick him out, which you do really have the power to kick him out. I'm just seeing it. I'm seeing it again. The back door hitting him on the way out. We talk about the revolving door of prime ministers in UK. I'm just seeing that. I'm getting turbulent times in Ireland. Things are starting to wind up in these regions. I don't mean with the weather. I mean with government. With the year kicking off again, they've of course got to keep pushing their agenda. So I am seeing people fighting back again in Ireland. And like I said, the UK, stand-ups, fight-backs. I know you guys did the petition about Starmageddon, but there just seems to be more and more corruption stuff coming out about him too. But I'm just getting, he just doesn't have the popularity. People do not warm to him, they don't like him, and they don't want him in. So I'm seeing that revolving door of prime ministers. I keep saying he's not going to be in for long. Sushi wasn't in for that long. So I am seeing change in the UK. It's saying change for the better. Change for the better. Mind you, anything would be better than Starmageddon. Oh my God. He's pushed pretty hard so far, hasn't he, guys? Oh, it's just a thing. Hasn't even got a trustworthy face, has he? Like, oh my goodness. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting Australia going to the vote. We're going to the vote soon. I think it's May. I am getting Jim Chalmers. He's our treasurer. He's a disaster, apparently. The guides are saying he's been a disaster for this country. And we know that Elbo's been a disaster, but the treasurer, the finances of Australia are really bad. People don't realise how bad they are. I think we do on this channel, don't we? Things are bad. That's just what I'm getting, guys. I'm just getting things are bad. Australia's in an enormous amount of debt. And Jim Chalmers, I'm pretty sure Elbow's going to be gone. And when we get a new financial minister, people are going to realise how dire things actually have been financially in Australia. That's just what I'm getting. How about we pull some cards, guys? Leaves of Wisdom. These are my new cards. And look, you know they're new when they've still got the packaging on them. They're beautiful. Beautiful packaging. And it says in the box, I believe a leaf of grass is no less than the journey work of the stars. Interesting. Soulful Reflections. They're beautiful, aren't they? Beautiful cards. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's so peaceful here today. Sprockets collapsed to sleep. Dwell a while and pass on. Be copious, temperate, chaste, magnetic, and what you refuse may then return as the seasons return, and may be just as much as the seasons. Oh, that's very complicated. See if you guys can make sense of it. These are very deep, aren't they? Let me read it again. Dwell a while and pass on. Be copious, temperate, chaste, magnetic, and what you refuse may then return as the seasons return, and may be just as much as the seasons. I guess that's really, effuse may then return and the seasons return. I guess that's what the awakening is. It's returning to who you really are. That's what I'm getting from that card. Keep returning to yourself. We've learnt that's what the awakening is. It's about getting to know who you are again at the core of your spiritual being, isn't it? You lose yourself along the way through life a lot. It's very easy to pick things up that aren't yours, that really affect you. I have heard what the talkers were talking, the talk of the beginning at the end and the end, but I do not talk of the beginning or the end. Wow, these are pretty deep. I've heard what the talkers were talking, the talk of the beginning and the end, but I do not talk of the beginning or the end. And see, maybe that's where we are, guys, because we keep talking about how these dictating tyrants, etc., are trying to take us somewhere, but we're not there. We're not at the end. It's not implemented. We're still like in this in-between. So we don't talk about the beginning and the end because it really isn't one, is there? The end game, I suppose they could. They're aiming for their end game, but it doesn't mean we're there yet. Wow, these cards are really deep. Not I, not anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it for yourself. That really makes sense to us, doesn't it? Pick the road less traveled. We have no fear with that at all, do we? Doing that sort of thing. Forging our own path. Not I, not anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it for yourself. And that's also about the awakening, growing, expanding, learning who you really are. We talk a lot about that little video called Finding Joe on YouTube. It's so beautiful about uncovering yourself and finding out who you really are. That no one can do that journey for you. You have to uncover and discover who you are yourself. That's what the great spiritual awakening process is. That's what the shift of life is. Let's see if there's anything else, guys. Hey, I wanted to share this song with you that popped up the other day that I couldn't stop laughing. It popped up on my Spotify. Do you remember the band Wawa Nee? That song, Stimulation? Oh, I used to love that song. You gotta leave this stimulation. Put your back against the wall. Remember that song? Ia-pia by Wawa Nee. Got to look it up. I couldn't stop laughing when it came up the other day. It just was a memory for me that was quite positive. And I do think about it, like we have to keep ourselves quite stimulated, don't we, guys? Like we'd always talk about it, following our creativities, our passions, doing the things that we love, being outside, being around our pets, etc. I just had to share that song with you. Let's see if there's anything else to finish off with today. Oh, getting this old song. This guy's in love and say that you the way I do. Tell me now, is it here? I don't know what the song's called. No matter what you say or do, my hands are shaking. This guy's in love. I don't know who sings it. Cute song though. It's really pretty, isn't it? I don't know who sings it. If not, I'll just die. I do know who sings it. Just can't think of it. You know, like I said, they just give me little phrases. Let me see if there's one more thing to finish off with today. God, I think it's a Bon Jovi song. To the middle of a hand, taking on the mind, taking on the soul to control my hand. Do 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 do. You gotta hold on to what you got. Nothing is matter to where you got. Oh love, give it a shot. Halfway there, halfway there. Oh, maybe we're halfway there to everyone waking up. I don't know, but I'm going to leave you with that song today. Oh, halfway there. Is it Bon Jovi? I don't know. I don't know who sings it. You know how hopeless I am. Giving on a prayer. I think it is Bon Jovi. It's got to be. I'm going to do that today. Halfway there. We're halfway there. Unless we're halfway there to, you know, halfway through our life, maybe. I don't know, our spiritual life. I'm not sure. Sometimes we just get music for the vibe and the frequency, and we just get it because it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I'll show you Sprocket because you'll get a bit of a laugh out of Sprocky. Where is he? There he is, dead duck. Have a look at him. It's going to be really hot today, guys. And Sophie's inside. So from me and Sprocket, I'll say goodbye from here in Oz on our hot summer's day today. Hope you guys are starting to warm up overseas. You'll be coming into spring, which will be so nice. You've had a pretty harsh end of your winter, haven't you guys? Take care. Have a wonderful day. Thanks heaps for commenting on my channel, guys, and just being there and just supporting me too through my crazy health issues. I feel crazy, like I'm going mad, guys. These things happen to us, don't they? It's mental. It sort of plays with your mind sometimes. But anyway, take care, everyone. Don't forget like buttons. Feel free to comment and please consider subscribing. Me, lovely to have you here. So from me and Sprocket, have a great day. Bye, everyone. Bye.